show up, show 'em what I'm made of. I keep pushing, climbing, gonna rise up. I got power, I'm spreading my wings. I got a fire inside. I'm a woman on top. WOMAN. Keep moving, don't stop. MOVIN.
Hi, and welcome to the 2021 Project Fairway Dallas Female Forum, presented by Toyota and Texas Golf Association here in the PGD Global Country Club. Today we have a very, very special panel, Breakfast of Influencers, and I'm going to call it Breakfast of Influencers / Champions, Breakfast of Champions. Thank you, ladies, for being here. But first, I would like to introduce two wonderful ladies, Dallas golf girls. We have Nikki and Misha. They're phenomenal, phenomenal women, very, very powerful in the social media world. They are best friends from Dallas, Texas, who began their golf journey just a couple of years ago. In September of 2020, they decided to create the Dallas Golf Girls Instagram page to track their progression as beginner golfers, which is amazing. I love it already. But to also share their love for the game, just this past May, Avid Golfer magazine listed Dear Golf Girls as the new favorite girls golf account to follow. Nikki and Misha's hope is to grow the game by encouraging others to play regardless of their age, regardless of their gender, and regardless of their experience. So I appreciate you guys for joining. I love it. It's beautiful. What you guys have created is amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Next, we have Prima. She is a wonderful, wonderful player. I've known her for over the years of playing and competing amongst one another. In 2015, she earned her LPGA Tour card for the 2016 season. Also, an Australian Ladies Professional Tour player, where she captured her first victory at the 2017 Gold Coast Challenge. Next, we have Fatima Fernandez Cano, and I think I said that correctly. I love this. I love to have players on Breakfast of Champions because we give the first tee host so much crap for pronouncing our names wrong. Now, when I'm in the position, I understand what they go through. So thank you Fatima Fernandez Cano for allowing me to not butcher your name as poorly. But I want to say thank you for joining us. Everyone, Fatima Cano is a native of Spain. She has secured her Symetra Tour best of third place in 2018. She qualified for the U.S. Women's Open in 2019, and in 2020, she won her IOA championship. Congrats on that. Congrats on the new win.
Thank you, thank you.
And last but not least, we have Ali Palma. Thank you for having an easier name for me, Ali, because I was struggling. But next we have Ali. Thank you so much for joining. Ali travels with the Symetra Tour. She is the woman of the LPGA Tour officials. She covers all media venues for Symetra Tour. But before taking this position with Symetra Tour, she coached high school volleyball and basketball. She was a D1 basketball player. I cannot wait to play with Ali. I'm a basketball player myself. But previously, before all of this, before working for Symetra Tour, she worked with AJGA, Stanford Focus Youth Foundation as well, where they focus on academic programs for underprivileged kids. And I just want to say thank you, Ali, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having myself and the players here today.
Yeah, no, and I love this, you know, and I'm speaking now just because it's really cool to have the players who are inside the ropes, someone who works inside the ropes, and also some beautiful women influencers who are not inside the ropes, but actually make a very, very good push and drive to get more women into the game of golf. So thank you, ladies. But first, I kind of want to open up with something really fun, really light, because we're all golfers, we all play. Allie is a basketball player, but she's an athlete. I want everyone to give me their go-to shot under pressure. Now, I'm gonna start with you, Prima, because we already go, we go back and forth hand in hand. We compete 24/7. So tell me, what's your go-to shot under pressure?
You mean like from anywhere? Like I would pick the shot?
Yeah, if you're under pressure all day, what is your go-to shot? Say it's this 18th hole, and you are in the lead by 1 stroke.
Ooh,
and guess what? You're playing. You are playing with the second place player. So you guys are in the same group.
I was looking forward to the name that was going to come out next. But
the last group on the 18th hole coming in, there's pressure on you. What's your go-to shot from the fairway into the green?
Okay, so my go-to shot has always been a knockdown. Like anything with an iron. Like I don't hit a full shot. Whenever I can, I hit a knockdown and starts maybe 5-7 yards left of the target and just peels a little bit and just kind of just drops and stays right there. And that's kind of my go-to shot.
I love it. I love when we're nerds for golf. She really explained that thoroughly. Thank you, Prima. I know that was we love golf that much. I really want to ask Nikki and Misha. They are new to golf, and I know that they feel pressure first just by stepping onto the tee because it's kind of uncomfortable for women to get into the game. But you guys have broke that wall down and said, "I'm just going to play. I don't care who teaches me, who tells me no, who I want to have fun." But let's be real. There's always pressure and competition. So what's your guys' go-to shot?
I guess I would have to say my 7-iron because pitching wedge, I've gotten, better at that. But I feel like my 7 is kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I would just have to say my 7-iron is what I go to kind of when I'm like, oh no, what am I going to hit? I pull out the 7.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, you, Nikki, tell me.
It's my pitching wedge. That's the most consistent club for me because I don't have very many.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. So you guys go to the specific iron. You're like, you know what? It's not a shot. I haven't gotten the shot down. It's just the iron that makes you feel is most comfortable. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Your turn, Allison. Ooh, the basketball player.
Ooh. I was gonna say, do you want to go to basketball shot or go to like photo angle?
Oh my God, Allison, yes. Give me your go-to basketball shot. I would love that.
All right, we'll mix it up. I'd probably get myself on the left block, fake it inside, curl back, and put it up with my left hand. I always go to my left. Weird, I'm a righty, but just put those bows out on the block, get it done.
Okay, so I'm going to say this right now. You know that Allison trained in the gym with her dad 24/7 because I know dads, when you're a righty, they will overdo your lefty. And then all of a sudden you're like really good with your left and you forget how to do a layup with your right. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like golf. It's like you start practicing, doing a bunch of like knockdown shots and then you forget how to do a regular shot. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Mine is I'm a slasher and dasher. So I fake the ball here and then I go in the middle of the court and then I do like one of those teardrops. I'm very short, but I drop pretty high. I have a little teardrop out. Yes. Okay, your turn, Fatima. What's your go-to shot? And I know you have something fun and creative and new for us. So what's your go-to shot?
My go-to shot when I'm under pressure would be a little cut. So I don't necessarily love to hit my irons full send. I'm just they get a little bit out of control for me, I feel like. So I love to feel like I have control over my shot. And to do that, I just hit a little cut. It's probably like a 3-4 yard cut, maybe goes 2-3 yards shorter, a little bit higher in the air, and it just drops kind of like on the spot. Doesn't really get much roll or anything like that. But I feel like I can control that shot very much. So that was my shot.
Yeah, that little nice little cut. Cuts are easier to control, right? Fatima, draw, it gets too crazy, too much spin, and our hands are too flimsy. So yeah, a cut and it drops right in the hole for you every single time. I know. You just hole them out. Hole them
Every single time.
every single time. I'm gonna ask Allison. Allison, when did you first fall in love with the game of golf?
So really interesting to start with me with that question because, for those of you that don't know, I'm still kind of new to the game. I did play when I was maybe like 8 or 9. I picked up every sport. Like you said, my dad was making me learn all the different sports. I fell in love with basketball, but the more I cover the girls on the Symetra Tour, the more I learn to love the game. And it's because I see their passion for it. I see their grind. I see their hard work. And it reminds me of just being an athlete and just loving, just trying to perfect that game, trying to prove yourself to yourself more than anyone else. So they might not realize it as much, but they are making me love the game of golf. And it's really fun to watch every day.
Oh, so you're saying you're inspired by the players. They make you fall in love with it. That's cool. I think that's what's so great about, women in the game of golf that play professionally. The little things that we don't know is that we really help the needle, and we really make a huge difference in this space by helping connect what we've experienced with other women who have never experienced it before. They don't understand the huge impact that we're making. So I love that, Allison. I want to Nikki, what made you fall in love with the game? I mean, I know you said you just picked it up. You guys picked it up 2 years ago. So what got you into falling in love?
I don't know. I think it's just I first got out on a golf course. I played a whole entire round, like one of the first times I played. No idea what I was doing. People took videos of my swing, and after the round, I went back home and literally watched my swing and looked up golf swings on YouTube, on Instagram, or anything. And I literally just tried to compare my swings with a professional golfer. And I think it was kind of addicting to go back and forth between and see everything I was doing wrong and just try to correct it in that way. So I did that for hours and hours every time I'd go out. So, from the beginning, I loved it.
Yeah, the game is addicting, and it creates this weird perfectionist thing in your head. No, I gotta get it down. I gotta get it down. I gotta do it. How am I gonna do it? I gotta do it next time, And then when you get it that one time, oh my God, you're hooked. You're I want to do it again. I want to do it again.
Oh, and that's the driver. Hitting a nice drive was such a good feeling. I was like, ooh, how do I do that again?
To be honest,
you can relate to that, I think.
Yeah, and it's not too far from everyone. Why everyone fell in love with the game. It's just because it has this addictive trigger. And also the driver, of course, everybody loves to see the ball fly. So those two things correlate a lot. And my goal is to go to the Masters. Okay. But when I go to the Masters, I'm going to the Augusta National Gift Shop, and I'm going to go absolutely nuts. Okay. I'm going to get sweatshirts. I'm going to get hats. I'm going to get ball markers. If they have booty shorts, I don't even wear them. I'm going to get those. I'm going to have so much fun. Okay. But Prima, when you go to Augusta and watch the Masters, what are you getting from the gift shop?
I'm with you. You and I, if we go together, we'd be this crazy two people that buys everything.
We're gonna be swiping. Okay.
Yes. We're gonna max out our credit card, which is horrible. But we'll
like me,
she's gonna, later.
She's gonna get everything, but there has to be one specific piece you cannot walk out with. What is it?
you know, like one of those ball markers, or like, was it a pin of the cheese sandwich, their famous cheese sandwich? I really wanted those.
Okay,
Like, a couple of my friends went last year and they couldn't get one for me, which I was really sad, but that was something I really want. So that would be something. And
the
I probably
cheese sandwich.
I probably have to get my dad something too.
You're a typical tourist. A cheese sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, Misha, what are you getting?
I have to just be basic and say a hat. I mean, does that make me basic?
No.
That's
I mean,
the second thing. Yeah, we're getting 10 different hats, right, Sadena?
yeah, hats are in, hats are cute. I don't wear my hats forward because of my hair, so they tend to go backwards or sideways. So I will definitely be getting hats. I don't know how often I will be wearing them, but hats are in. I really want to make sure that, we speak about the important purpose of why we really got into the sport, why we're heavily involved in the game, and through the game, there can be some rewards, but there also can be some grueling challenges. And I know mostly of the grueling challenges come from self and mental. This game really tears you down and it really brings you up and it tears you down. It's like an emotional roller coaster, right? Through the ups and downs, though, what helps you mentally? What does mental health mean to you as a player, Fatima? What can you tell me has helped you through, your journey of this sport?
Well, mental health, of course, everybody knows is huge. It's extremely important, and I'm super glad that it's getting more and more normal to talk about, because I feel like in the past, if you talk about mental health, people would be like, well, that's not really health, it's not physical health, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. It's extremely important, and it's even harder to control quite often than physical health. I feel like, and but to me, I would struggle. My first few years as a professional, they are usually a little bit more lonely. You don't know what you're getting into in a way. All the traveling, all the not playing so great. You don't know the courses. It's just a whole thing. But honestly, what helps me is to feel, to remind myself that I am very lucky. So in a way, feel just like grateful for where I am, what this sport has given me. Because even though sometimes it can be grueling, it can just tear you apart. I feel like it's given me so much already, so many opportunities. I mean, I've been all over, thanks to golf. I've met so many really cool people thanks to golf. So in a way, I mean, and it happens to me, I would say every day, but I feel like every week, sometimes you just don't have the day that you would like. And to me, it just helps me to, sit down, stop for a second, and just remind myself how lucky I am. I'm healthy. I have people around me that love me and support me, and that I get to do what I love as a job. I mean, if that's a bad case scenario, that's actually pretty damn good. So to me, it's been just to feel grateful and thankful of where I'm at and what I'm doing, honestly.
Yeah, no, and you're 100% right on that. Just because, and it's so cool how you kind of turned my question around. I really wanted to hear all the grueling stuff, but you turned it to the positive mindset, and that's probably why you're so good and successful where you are, because you stick to all that you know and you appreciate all that you know, and you're learning every day. So that's beautiful, Fatima. I love that.
Yeah, the learning every day, I feel like it's huge. I think so last year through COVID and through us all of a sudden stopping and all I'm used to doing, which is traveling and playing golf, that stopped completely. And then to having to really, come to a stop and say, okay, who am I as a person? Like whoever I am as a person has zero to do with my golf score, for instance. Just like little things like that honestly just, just make me a little more thankful and happy of where I'm at and what I'm doing, for sure.
Yeah, no, and I love that. Oh my God, Fatima, thank you. That's beautiful, because people need to hear it, because people need to be reminded, right? Even players like myself, sometimes we focus on the negative just because we take a lot of no's on the golf course. I mean, we're not winning every tournament. Do we want to? Yes. we're not hitting that shot every single time perfectly. Do we want to? Yes. So it's like tons of no's. No, no, no. You lipped out. No. You know, you hit the tree, it bounced back in the fairway. Yes. You know, it's just a bunch of up and downs. But no, it's really good. Prima, I'm actually interested to hear, you know, we've been really close, and, you know, we've actually, you know, traveled together and stuff like that. And it's really cool to have you here because we really haven't really had this boom, 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 in-depth conversation. But, you know, mental health is so huge. What does mental health mean to you?
Well, I think Fatima brought it up when she answered her question, but it's so good that everybody's more aware of it now. Like, you know, before people are shy, and I have actually a couple of my good friends that struggled mentally, and you don't know. Like, I feel like I really take good care of my friends, but still, like, sometimes you don't get that perfect timing or the perfect conversation that leads you up to knowing what actually going on in their
Right.
head, you know? So, like, it always really surprises me because most of the time it happens to the people that you don't think it would happen to. Like, they always seem so happy, you know,
Mhm.
when they're out with people or when they're doing other stuff. But
Mhm.
so I mean, it's really important, and then the more awareness that people could raise on this topic, and just knowing that it's normal, and
Yeah.
that people needs to be healthy mentally and physically to be able to do what they do at their best. So I think the more people can be encouraged or be supportive of each other and be understanding of that, like, the better it will be. Like, definitely.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you know, and that's cool that you're, you know, a really good friend, which I do know that you're super supportive of the people around you because, you know, in life, you know, there are a bunch of, you know, things that come at people, and you have people around you that encourage you.
Yeah.
It just weighs it out. It balances it out too,
Right.
because you can't control what's coming in, you know, but if you have the good people around you that understand you as a person, and you as a mental person, then they know the right things to say.
Yeah. And I think, like, golf really, really bring that out too.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember the last time we traveled together, we were in a car and we were super, like, going really deep into our conversations, you know, and you meet, like, really good people that way, and you get to know people really well traveling, and, like, through struggling together and going through all the up and downs together, you know, like
Right.
with the girls out on the Symetra Tour, we see each other almost every week, and we want to be supportive of each other. You know, I think it's like, the being too competitive and, like, pressing each other's down, like, I think that's overrated, and it's out. You know, the new thing should be us just supporting each other to do the best that we could do, right?
Yeah, you will, and I agree in all aspects of life. And this is the thing that, you know, I'm happy to have a conversation amongst women during, you know, just getting over a pandemic, but on a Zoom call that you probably would never see us all on a Zoom together, right? Because this is what golf is missing too, you know, especially, you know, female golfers. Yeah, we're competitive, but at the same time, I think what comes with competing on the highest level is also being passionate and encouraging to the other players as well. Like, it's a package. It comes with it. You
Right.
don't go there to flip people off and cuss them out and spin on them and be rude and disrespectful. No, you come in and saying, okay, cool. It's your first year. It's your rookie year. Dope. Where'd you go? You know,
Right.
and you can't do it every single time, right? You can't, but because you have your own things that are going on. But anything negative coming out of your mouth towards a player that's doing exactly what you're doing,
Exactly.
working hard every week to win the same tournament you're trying to win,
Exactly.
it adds value. It adds value not just to the players, but it adds value to the tour.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
tour, if you know what I mean. So it's really cool that we're doing this, you know, because this is something I've been wishing for and looking for since I retired. I think this has been just an amazing journey to speak amongst women like yourself, and you know, and having Nikki and Misha here is pretty cool for me as well, because us players are so disconnected of what's going on outside the ropes and the women who are influencing other women into the space, because like we speak about all the time, that huge age gap from the age of 24 to 49 in women's golf is huge. There's like, where are they? Like, they leave college, right? And then they can't afford golf, or they're the age where they can't afford, they're still working, and then they pick it up at a later age because they have a little bit more time. So Nikki and Misha, the game is so interesting, and it's very tight knit, because we all kind of know each other. So I'm kind of happy that, you're amongst us. You got Prima, you got Fatima, you got Allison here for you, girls that are playing, girls that are in it and playing every week. But I want to know curiously, like, what's one piece of advice you would give women or anyone who's interested in the game to get involved? Like, what message would you give someone?
I would probably say just, go out and play. I know that sounds, very simple, but it's, kind of scary to play. There's a lot of rules, to golf. And so, it does seem intimidating, if you've never played before. But I think what we've really found is that most golfers are actually very welcoming to new players. And I don't think we were surprised by that, but it was just, it made it just like way, better for us, because we were like, wow, like, we don't stick out as much as, we thought we would. It's more like, hey, great job, blah, blah, blah. Here's tips and stuff. But I would just say, don't be afraid if you feel like you don't know everything, because we absolutely did not know everything, know, rules and even etiquette as well, like, just, try to, play the game well. But it's okay if, you don't know everything. Yeah. So that's what I would just say. Just have fun and, try it.
Yeah. And I guess, it's kind of like the game teaches you not to have fear in general, right? The game teaches you fearlessness, and every day we still go in with fear, so you're right. We have to eliminate the fear in all aspects of everything that we do in life, and have an intent of going in and executing something. And golf is a great space. If there's advice that you could give any woman to get into the game, to help them, educate them, what piece would you give them? What would you educate them on, of why golf is so impactful for women?
It's just a good way to, like, it's a good way to socialize. Like, we have so much fun together, just like getting out on the golf course. We're like hanging out. It's relaxing being out, like outdoors, like on a beautiful golf course.
Don't forget the cocktails. Okay.
Yes.
We don't.
Boom.
And I don't know. It's just well, for us, we don't take it too seriously. So I don't know. It's just a fun way to hang out with people, because I feel like for us, a lot of our friends play. And like, I didn't really know that before getting into it. But like, once we started playing a lot more, I realized everyone around, like, a lot of people around us are actually playing. And so it's really good. It's
to be included in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, people reach out to us, do you want to play golf? And it's
more opportunities, I would say.
Well, yeah, it's a connective and networking space. We have people from all aspects of life playing the game. You got presidents of the United States love to play the game. You got CEOs of different companies and organizations. You have fashion, beauty, basketball players like Allison, NBA, WNBA, and it's kind of cool to have, cool to have women in the sport that came from totally different avenues. Game brings nothing but connectivity like we're doing today. This game brings nothing but business opportunities. It brings smiles, laughs, giggles, cocktails. I can't stop saying cocktails. I must need one. It's too early. It's breakfast time, right? But I just want to let you guys know that I'm really, really excited to have you ladies here. Allison, I'm going to be real with you. I connected with you when you took cool photos of me, and I was like the flyest. I'm just letting you know I was the flyest of the fly because it was Allison. Okay. But Prima, Fatima, gosh, it's really good to see you ladies again. It's been a while. I know you guys miss me. You can stop your crying now. Okay. You got me here, but it's been really, really great. It's good to see your guys' faces. I'm so happy that you guys are still pushing the needle. I'm so happy that you guys are doing well. And then my new favorite friends, Nikki and Misha, when I go to Dallas, we're going to play, have some cocktails, and have fun, talk business, get more women in the game. Dallas is the biggest growing golf state ever, and they have a lot of cool stuff and opportunities for women in Dallas. So again, I'm happy that you guys are a part of it. I have one question though, because we're still talking about golf. This is golf, okay? And I know Fatima and Nikki are all about fashion and cutes and glams. So I have a question for you. What do you guys secretly, that's really important, that you carry in your bag, that you have to have in your golf bag when you play? Nikki, yeah, just let me know what exactly it is, because some people, it's like, I have to have lip balm.
Well, we have a speaker. I mean, I know that's not beauty, but we always bring a Bluetooth speaker for our jams.
Mm-hmm.
We never play in silence. We always have the beat.
What's your song? What's your song that you guys both are digging right now?
A lot of EDM, Daft Punk, always.
Party animals on this panel, guys. I mean, even when I said cocktails, the eyebrows went up like, where? Party animals. I love it. Okay. Fatima, what has to be in your bag?
I'd say nothing super special. Always sunscreen, and always outside, and it's super important. But I guess that bit, and a visor. I always wear a visor. I can't wear hats. I have too much hair and too big of a head apparently, so I can't wear hats.
Okay.
Always a visor. Always.
I love how we put on ourselves. Your head is not big; it's normal shaped.
No.
Our heads are just. My head is just small. Okay.
That's right. We can go with that. We're
gonna go with that. Allison, for a beginner golfer, what do you have in your bag, and what would you advise a beginner golfer to have in their bag as well?
Well, I truthfully couldn't tell you I can't tell you the last time I swung a club, because some players in a practice round convinced me somehow to show them my swing. They said they were impressed by it. They said it was better than they thought. So I'll take that and run with it.
Okay.
We're going to need a rerun of that.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
But just being out there, little things, make sure you have a glove, that's important. Make sure you got tees.
Right.
Make sure you have good people around you. I mean, that's kind of cheesy, but that's something that if it's a beginner, if you're a beginner, you're going to want someone out there that's going to have fun with you and ride through the struggles of figuring it out together. So that's really important.
Misha, you're speaking to him right now. That is so true, Allison. You need someone out there that you can enjoy to have fun with. That's probably by far the most important and the best advice that you can give someone that's just starting, because you need someone that you can have fun with. That's perfect. Prima?
Oh, me? Well, I think I can relate with Nikki and Misha, because one thing I have to have is my headphones. If I'm warming up and I don't have a headphone, I'm not confident. It's not my swing, it's not my body, it's the headphones. So
yeah, you need a vibe, right?
Yeah.
Someone choke it and thin it and do all crazy stuff behind you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
went like up and down the range before trying to look for or see if someone have extra headphones. But that's
okay.
that's my thing to warm up.
Prima is a funny one. This is why we got along very well.
Here
I
we
would
go.
dance, I would dance on the range, and she would have her headphones in doing something cute like this, and I'm over here.
He doesn't even know what kind of music I'm listening to, and that's the best part.
just
I'm like
being
going
dramatic.
classical, and here's Dina.
You know, again, I'm that person, Nikki and Misha, that friend that you bring when you want to have fun. I promise you.
Yes, I agree.
Promise you. I promise you. Okay, last question. Okay. We are at the 19th hole discussion. That means we're in the clubhouse. What is you talking about in the country club after the round? Are you talking about score, shot of the day? Okay, that's one. Are you talking about business deals? Are you talking about your love life? Or are you talking about all the above?
We're definitely talking about our shots. Shot of the day is like a lot. Like that's probably saying a lot. Or probably laughing more at our fails. But yes, we're talking about our shots and laughing about everything. Just recapping,
Adding up our scorecard.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, I love that. Well, you got to add it up, right, in front of each other, like. But you add it up secretly, and then when it's really good, you just have it in the face, like. That's like right here. That's what I shot. But Fatima, are you talking about love life? Tell me.
I guess a little bit of all of the above. I don't really talk about golf that much outside the golf course. I feel like if something is like super special, then maybe yes. Or if I'm talking about some really cool shot that the other person hit, that's awesome.
Mhm.
But I'd say yes, love life, about your life in general, about everything like that. Just, super casual, just fun stuff always.
Right. I love that. And I do the same too. I do the same. You and Prima are talking about love life, right? Prima, are you talking about shot of the day?
I feel like I need to sit with Fatima more often if she's talking about her love life. But I feel like more often than not, like right after golf, we just talk about food.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Right.
Oh,
That's all you
Right? Like
talk
every time it's like all we could think about. I don't know about like Nikki and Misha, but I feel like professional golf just drains you. Like 16, 17, 18, you're like, what's for dinner?
Right. Cold Stone?
Right?
Right. You're so right. And
Yeah.
Prima, like, you always introduced me to like new foods.
I know.
And the next day, like, my tummy would be disturbed because Prima's introducing me to something I've never had before. I think it was the mechanism of like,
want to hang out with me, Sadena.
should I like hinder her play tomorrow by giving her some food that might upset her stomach during the third or fourth hole? Or what? No, we never.
Fatima, is this what you're doing? Like, if I ever asked Fatima to go to dinner the night before the first round, she would say no.
No, never,
totally
never. Maybe on Sunday.
Yeah. Fatima, I got your back.
Stop.
Got your back. But no. And when you're done, Allison, when you're done with a long day of dealing with Fatima and Prima and capturing beautiful photos, I do know that you like to have your own space afterwards. So when you go back to the hotel, you're getting acclimated. What do you do? Do you go through all the photos? Do you talk about business? Do you talk about your love life? What's going on?
I'm gonna pull a side note here real quick. Acknowledging Prima's answer, I can confirm I was after a winner won her first event this year. We're just having her sign flags, doing all the champion stuff, and our conversation was about what fast food restaurant has the best French fries. So can confirm it's not just you guys. We all have these conversations at very weird times about food.
It's McDonald's.
Yeah.
No, really?
It's McDonald's.
Yes.
Fati, what do you think?
McDonald's. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I can agree with that, but
Oh, what is it?
Not on that.
Allison, you know what? Okay, we do care. What do you think?
it's tricky. I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A waffle fries. I will say that.
See,
They're not as greasy. McDonald's is too greasy.
Sometimes they're just too potatoey. You know what I mean? They're not like French fries. They're more like baked
fair.
potatoes. Sometimes I feel like.
And they do get toffee, you know, like I love it. But like the Chick-fil-A, like I'm gonna get you, like the waffle fries are really good, but you know, they're like, you know, after a while you're like, I need tons of water. It's like eating peanut butter. Okay. It's like
No.
eating cardboard.
Allison, don't listen to her. We can go to Chick-fil-A before the first round, okay?
I will say,
I will still go with
with
you.
the Chick-fil-A fries with the Chick-fil-A sauce, then I'm sold. Like
Listen,
that's
I will still entertain and go with you to Chick-fil-A. I'm not saying I dislike it, but I know McDonald's has the best fries.
Wow.
But but anyways, to answer your question, sorry about that side note. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a long day for me just as well as the players that are out there. First thing, honestly, I usually call family member, sister, mom, dad, best friend, just to get my mind off of work that I've been doing all day real quick. Definitely a first call to them, but then it probably always circulates back to telling them what my favorite picture I took what that day was.
Oh, no way.
So it is what it is.
Can I be involved in those conversations? But no, I just want to let you guys know it's been such a pleasure to have all of you guys here at once. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here for Project Fairway Dallas Female Forum, here with the Breakfast of Champions / influencers. I really appreciate you ladies. You guys are phenomenal. Hopefully we get to have you guys on our next Project Fairway Female Forum. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you.
Move it, take it up, get it, light it up.